AI is a big thing. Like people say, this is like, when the computer first came out and Jeff Bezos got on, the computer to, make Amazon. This is that moment again. We're at that crossroad again, where if you focus and you make your business right now, in the next 5 years, you might be a Jeff Bezos. So focus. Hey, how you guys doing today? Welcome to Ajax Production, and I am your host, Neola Ajax, and we're back for another amazing episode. On this episode of Let's Talk Business, this is our business channel where we talk about business, tech, AI, things that is happening in our environment that's involving the business world and our business, right? Just like, if you watch my videos enough, you know that I run a digital marketing firm or a digital marketing agency where I help local businesses, transition a business from traditional business to digital businesses, right? Well, that's what this show is about having these conversations about the transition of what's happening in the business world, right? But we're gonna start today with our new series on this channel called the AI Hustle, where we're going to talk about all things AI, from what we're doing with AI to what's happening with AI. And if you're interested in that, please don't hesitate to subscribe. But let's get into it. We're going to be talking about the AI Hustle. First of all, I want to start with how I even got into thinking about AI as a thing, right? Like I said, I run a digital marketing agency / firm where I help people, understand the digital world and the digital, the computer, understand how to transition their business into a digital format. I've had a couple of clients that I've, charged for their charged them for my services, and it's been good so far. But as you know, there's a new elephant in the room, and the elephant is this AI thing that we are working with, right? AI is a big thing. Like people say, this is like, when the computer first came out and Jeff Bezos got on, the computer to, make Amazon. This is that moment again. We're at that crossroad again, where if you focus and you make your business right now, in the next 5 years, you might be a Jeff Bezos. So focus. Right, and today I want to talk about how we're also integrating AI into our services, and what I am doing personally to, use AI on a daily basis to make myself more, proficient in the industry, right? Right, AI is, like I said, it's a new elephant in the room, and it's very difficult to ignore it, because there's, it's basically diving into every industry, from the graphic design industry to the systems industry to the automations industry to the writing industry. There's a lot of jobs that are going to be replaced with the use of AI, and you don't want to be the person that is not taking advantage of this opportunity as is evolving, right? I'm here to to encourage you to start testing this stuff, to start working with it, to start using it on a day-to-day basis. Like, for example, me, I've been using ChatGPT since it came out raw, when it came out, and they didn't have the paid version yet, right? I was in school when I was using it, and I decided to implement it because it was very important in what I was doing, in school at the time, and it helped me with the business I was trying to run on the side, right? I was trying to do the business called Reality Hoppers, where we're, using the metaverse, we're making content in the metaverse, interviewing the people that were first movers in that space, trying to see if this was even the thing that we should, get into. We made a couple of thousands of dollars in this space, of course, recouped on our investment, on my investment of that space, which I was really happy about that. But then AI came, and the funny thing about the AI thing is, like, we were having that conversation in the metaverse space on how AI was going to be implemented so that you can make better 3D worlds. 3D environment, so that you can, enjoy the space, and it looks very authentic and good, for enjoyable, But AI wasn't out at the time when I got out of it, because it wasn't there. You know what I mean? Things weren't moving as fast as possible, and the space was kind of getting a little disturbing. You know, to me personally, because I don't really care for all that social engineering stuff. So AI came into the space, and because I was already in the metaverse situation, I hopped immediately into the AI thing, and I dove in. I was using ChatGPT every day. I used it with school. I used it to study. I used it to help me on some assignments, some writing things. And at the time, teachers didn't know about this yet. So it was real fresh and new. So it was easy to get away with it without any red flags. And honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you, by the grace of God, that's how I was able to finish up school and get my own stimulus package. You know what I mean? So I used the opportunity, I took it, and I ran, and I got out of there real quick. But now that I'm outside, the school environment, I'm in the real world, and I'm trying to start relaunch my business again in the real world space, not in that little bubble of a college environment. It's a different mindset to have now, because this is real now. The money that you're making is gonna actually help you survive and take care of your day-to-day activity, right? So using ChatGPT to understand what's going on in the world, ask it any question, up and down, get it to do tasks, get it to just basically use it on a day-to-day basis, to where I feel trustworthy with it to be able to use it for clients now. You know what I mean? So I can advise a client and tell you, hey, if you use this, if we use this platform, we'll be able to do this a little bit faster, right? But as you know, there are different skills and parts of this AI thing that we need to learn, so that we can now get into the new mindset and space of using AI to run our business more efficiently, more quicker, more smoothly. But I heard something about the AI thing, because a lot of people think they're just gonna set up the AI and it's gonna automate and it's just gonna do its own thing. No, it's not passive. Yes, it might seem passive initially, but you have to maintain it as much as possible, so that it doesn't break. Because if it breaks, now everything is off loop, and you have to readjust it. So you have to make sure you keep you're paying attention to what's happening with your AI system, so that you don't you don't miss it when it does go off script. So as you know, you're on our channel, Ajax Pro TV, and on this channel, right, like I said, we're doing everything to help the businessman or the business person, which I am, to develop himself to be more confident, more assertive, and more risk tolerant, meaning you're willing to try new things, be at the cutting edge of things while it's developing, so that you can take first mover advantage of whatever opportunities out there. You know what I mean? Our goal is to, like I said, encourage you to take that step. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm a student. You know what I mean? This channel is a student point of view, to help other students understand the business world. So I'm learning a lot, I'm experimenting a lot, I'm taking moves, so that I can now share with you and say, hey, I think this is what works, this is not what works, they're lying to you, this is what the internet is saying, but this is what is real. Because at the end of the day, yeah, we can take your word for what it is, but if we don't implement it and take action and see results, then we can't really know if it's true or not. We're just taking it by your word, and I don't think that's that's beneficial for anybody. You know what I mean? That's going to be growing a successful business out here. So now, how is AI helping us be more effective? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like I said, with all this thing, like, I try to advise people that you can't lean on the AI too much, because if you lean on it too much, now it's gonna it's gonna end up malfunctioning, and you wouldn't notice it because you're just trusting in it too much. You see what I mean? So it has to be a thing where we collaborate together with the AI, where we, as much as we give the task for the AI to do, we are over here double checking and triple checking to make sure that everything that it does do is correctly what we want. You see what I mean? Of course, knowing how to prompt it correctly, learning that you have to become a prompt engineer to be able to, prompt correctly so you can get the right results. You know what I mean? I'm checking out like the different things, like the video makers, the picture makers, trying out the workflow tools. Make sure that you're testing out all the tools, you're checking it out and using it for what you want to do in your business, right? Test it out and see how you feel about it. I mean, we're going to be doing a lot of that on this channel, especially with this new series that we have going on. We're going to be testing a lot of new tools and trying things out and sharing it with you and seeing what you think about it. But like I said, this is a very quick introduction video to let you know that I'm diving into the space. And if you want to dive in it with me, please don't hesitate to subscribe, check, and if you want to talk to me, don't hesitate to leave a comment, leave a DM, follow me on Instagram. You know what I mean? And trust me, as we grow and develop, there'll be more opportunity, there'll be more space where you can, get a one-on-one with me, so you can talk to me about whatever you have going on in business, and I can be your guide. At the end of the day, the goal is for me to guide y'all in making the best decision for your life. I am your host, Senor Ajax, and I think we had a good conversation. I'm gonna post it anyways, and I will see y'all on the next episode next week. Thank you.